And that's Drake Clark reporting live. Pennsylvania Democratic State Senator Sharif Street. He is one of the people that will be hearing this impeachment trial in the state Senate. He's joining us live from Philadelphia. He represents a district in North Philadelphia. Thank you for being here this morning, Senator Street.
Well, thank you for having me.
So the Pennsylvania House voted to impeach prosecutor Larry Krasner, accusing him of willful refusal to tackle unchecked violent crime. Is this a partisan maneuver, a politically motivated attack, as he says, or is there some there?
Well, look, a Republican-led committee of the House of Representatives already did an investigation. That committee found no criminal activity and no grounds for impeachment and recommended that the full body not move forward with impeachment. Yet and still, Republican House members have chosen this strategy. I think what they are doing is trying to distract from the very real failures that the House Republicans have made around advancing legislation that would keep us safe, like passing reporting of loss of stolen handguns. Pennsylvania has some of the most liberal laws around access to firearms in the country. And in the midst of that, Republicans have been talking about increasing firearms access, which the voters have rejected, which is why they're going to lose control of the House of Representatives for the first time in well over a decade.
So they're trying to get this done before the end of the year, or before they do lose control of that House. Is that correct?
They are trying to move forward with an impeachment resolution, but the time for the Senate to receive it, this is a precarious thing because the Senate is already, we've concluded all of our regularly scheduled Senate session days, and it's unclear if a new Senate can even proceed with a resolution from the old House. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds on that because that's something that, as a body, I might have to be called on to vote on whether we can actually receive and take action in a subsequent Senate on these resolutions. But certainly they've waited to the last minute, and they're doing this out of an act of desperation because they don't have real good policies to actually keep people safe. And moreover, their voters have already rejected their leadership, and they're going to turn over the House to the Democrats next year.
Well, and Senator Street, I do have to ask, I think one of the criticisms that Republicans would level at Mr. Krasner is that if they did pass laws, he wouldn't prosecute them. That's one of their issues with him, is that there are policies in place to try to keep people safe, and they believe that he does not follow those policies, and so Philadelphia is unsafe as a result. How do you respond to that criticism?
Well, one, the per capita murder rate in Philadelphia is not really inconsistent with a number of municipalities around the Commonwealth.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.